Welcome to my channel. If you are viewing for the first time, please do well to subscribe to my channel. Click on this subscribe button. Okay, today I'll be talking about how to rear snails in our homes, how to grow snails in our various homes. We know snail farming is a very interesting farming. If you have not tried snail farming, wow, you really need to try snail farming because it is very interesting. We all know that snail is very expensive in the market. Those who sell, market sellers who engage in snail business, snail is very expensive in the market, and so many consumers find it difficult to purchase snail due to the high cost of it in the market. So, and another thing again, the extinction of snail in the natural forest is rapidly on the high side due to some natural factors, some human-made factors. It is affecting the habitation of snails in the natural forest. So going to the wide area to hunt for snails, such culture is not in recent times anymore, because there are some places, there are some bushes you go for snails hunting, but you can't find snails there due to some natural factors and some human-made factors, which is affecting habitation of snails in the natural forest. And for we to maintain the existence of snail market, to maintain the continuity of snail market within Africa and beyond, within our localities in Africa, it is important and it is imperative we inculcate the idea of growing snails in our homes. The process of growing snails in our homes is not really difficult. We can search for snails from farmers, we can search for snails from farmers, good, edible, prolific snails from farmers, edible snails. It is important you look out for edible snails. First of all, before you start how to rear snails in your home, the most importantly is that you look out for experts who is into snail farming. You have to learn, you have to be knowledgeable to know how to grow snails. You look out for someone who is knowledgeable, who will teach you on how snail farming is all about. You need to have the knowledge before you start snail farming. You don't just start snail farming on your own or you pick snails. No, it is important you have the knowledge. You look out for someone who will teach you on how to grow your snails. Snail farming is less capital intensive. It doesn't consume much of your capital. It's less capital intensive. There are certain things we see as refuse which can be used to feed our snails, like the leftover watermelon. When consumed, the leftover watermelon, we can use it to feed our snails. That's the peas. We can use it to feed our snails. There are some rich vegetables which can be used to feed our snails. Potato peas there. We can use potato peas to feed our snails. Tomato, cabbage. These are things snails feed on. So it is less capital intensive. It's not a farming that will take much of your capital, take much of your earnings. No, snail farming is less capital intensive. Like I earlier said, a rich feed for snails, vegetables like watermelon, cabbage, tomato, cucumber. These are vegetables you can feed which the snail can feed on. The potato peas is rich for snail, and we also have some formulated feed which snail can also feed on. The pawpaw leaf is rich for snail. The pawpaw fruit, the ripe and unripe pawpaw, is best feed for snail, which your snail can feed and be growing on a daily basis. So before you start a snail farming on how to grow snails, you need to be knowledgeable. Like I said, learn, look out for for a consultant, someone who will guide you on how to start a snail farming. When you are be guided, then you learn, you have the knowledge, you practicalize what you have been taught, then you can start on the snail farming. It is a farming we can do within the comfort of our environment. The droppings, the physics of snail is not really horrible, which can be worrisome to man. No, it's not really horrible, which can be worrisome to man. So you can start a small pen for a beginner. Doing this is to test your managerial skill. So you don't just as a beginner you open a bigger farm, or probably depends on how you want to start. Okay, being a beginner, or you want to practice a little bit, or you can do the intensive system of snail farming. You can do the intensive system of snail farming where you can do it within where you stay. So you can have a small pen, a wooden pen, like what you are seeing. So I believe you can start with about 50 to 100 pieces of a point of lay, heady, prolific point of lay snails. You can start up with, and you can sort out for your feed. Like I say, we don't spend money while feeding our snails. We don't spend much. You have to spend little, but we don't spend much. You can look out for the market within where you stay. You can sort out for leftover garbage in the market. You can sort out for cucumbers, watermelon, even the potato peas. You can use it to feed your snails. So there are some certain things we see as like I earlier said, there are some certain things we see as refuse which can be used to feed snail. And for your snail to grow healthy, and for your snail to mate and lay prolific egg, it is also important we have a calcium supplement which can aid the snail growth and development. Calcium supplements like oyster shell can also contribute to the well-being of your snails, like helping the snail to produce edible fertile eggs. So it's important we have calcium in our farm, either a smaller farm or a bigger farm. Calcium is very important. The calcium will help for the snail shell to make the snail shell grow healthy, shining and strong on daily basis. It also contributes to the well-being of the snail eggs. It makes the snail to lay prolific fertile eggs. So it is important we have calcium in our farm. And being a beginner on how to grow your snails, you need to learn. Like I earlier said, you learn, you practice, you sort for the right feed for the snails. You sort for the right feed for the snails which the snail can feed on daily basis. You have to look out for a very conducive environment. Like snail need a very conducive environment that is far away from predators attack. There are some areas that are not conducive for snail growth and development. You can't set up a snare in that area, like area that is prone to predators attack, that is close to bush environment, where you can easily see some harmful insects and harmful predators that can invade your snail farm. No, you don't set up your snail in such environment. You look out for a very conducive place that is away from sunlight. Wherever there is direct heavy sunlight is not good for snail. So you don't set up your snail farm in such environments. A very dark snail even prefer a dark place, a dark environment. Snail prefer darkness. That's when they mostly carry out their activities. Even you don't see snail during the daytime. Even those who went for bush hunting doesn't see snails during the daytime. It's during at the night hour, that's when you see snails. If you are going for bush hunting, if you are going for bush hunting, then it's during the night hour you see snail in the bushes. That's when most people go for bush hunt, and mostly during the rainy season. When there's rainfall, that's when most people go for bush hunting. So it is important. The first thing to learn while starting snail farming is the environment, a good conducive environment that is away from predators attack, like harmful insects and harmful predators that can invade the snail farm. A good conducive area away from direct sunlight. Snail doesn't like direct sunlight. Sunlight heat can also affect snails, so it is important we look out for a conducive place away from excessive heat, direct sunlight, and place that is prone to flood. We don't set up our snail farm and snairy in an environment that is prone to flood that can destroy our snail farm. So those are things we should avoid. First thing is the environment. Another thing again is to learn, to search out for knowledge on how to grow snails. Another thing again is to practice. Whatever you have been taught, you learn, you practice. And again, the feeding. Maybe you thought that growing snails will take much of your capital or your money, spending money. No, we don't. Like I said earlier, we don't spend money. We don't spend much while growing snails. We don't spend much. You can go out for the environment wherever you are. You can even plant your snail feed. You can plant pawpaw tree within your environment. You can pluck the leaf. You can pluck the fruits. You can feed your snails with potatoes. Snail feed on potato peas. Snail feed on potato. It's very edible for snails. Potato, watermelon, cucumber. These are rich vegetables we feed our snails. Snail feed on all of these things. Another thing again is the calcium. It is important. Like I said, that calcium is very important for snail growth and development. So we need to feed our snail calcium and rich vegetables for the well-being of the snails. So it is important we seek for knowledge first before embarking on snail farming. Snail farming is very rich. It is less time consuming, and yes, it is lucrative. It's a lucrative business you can engage in. Like you see, snails is expensive in the market. When you sell your snail, and yes, you can also make money. When you think, how can I make money? You can make money while growing. Yeah, right. When you engage in snail farming, you can also make money when you engage in snail farming. You can sell your snails to. There are some different areas where you can sell your snails to the restaurants, to eateries, to hotels. You can even import and export snails. There are consumers of snails within Africa and beyond. And also snails have the snail slime. It has its uses in the beauty and cosmetic industries, where snail slime is being used to produce beauty products, cream, lotion, and so others. It's also used in the pharmaceutical industry for production of drugs. So the shell of the snails is also rich in calcium. The shell of the snail can also be processed, which can serve as calcium for livestock animal. So there are so many things in snail farming which you need to explore, which you need to know more about when you engage in snail farming. So you can drop your comment from the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, because we'll be giving you more important tips, more informative information you need to know about snail farming. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more the next upload for a topic about snail farming which you need to know. Thank you for watching.